Hey guys, welcome back. I've been pretty busy. I've made some changes. Figured I wanna give you guys an update. You can see those silver trees I put there, and I've basically ripped my forest up, and I'm starting to replant it in great wood because they kick ass. I've also started a new underground bunker. I want to do Thaumcraft. I'm going to start that today, and that's what this space is all about. I really like the great wood for building, and since I had so much of it on hand after moving all those trees over, I figured I'd use it. And the basalt, I found a volcano not too far away, so that is my favorite building material. Love the black. Really, I just like everything I make is in basalt. I just really like how it looks with the great wood. I don't know what you call it, timber beams. Yeah, let's call it that. Anyway, another thing I did was I closed off my mine shaft. I had mine shaft access there. I closed it right off because when I was digging this thing out, I found access to the same system just down here, and so there's no point in having two entrances. So I closed that off on the outside, and here's my new access point. I have a plan for that, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later. But right now, I'll just give you a little tour. Here's my storage room. Nothing special, just cheap chests for now. There's my bedroom. Nothing really exciting happens in there, sorry to say. Gotta finish up with some brick. I'm missing some brick. There's still smooth stone in there. Little things left to do, but we're working on it. So I've been experimenting with bog earth and peat production, really basic peat production. I set up this little infinite water source so that it was easy for me to make the bog earth. And let me just show you how I make that. So I have 4 buckets ready to go here. Let me just fill them with water, and in the project table you can see the basic recipe with the dirt and the sand there. It's really easy to make this in batch with the project table because you can just shift click and get yourself a decent sized amount. And that's bog earth. Easy, cheap. So I've already laid out a basic peat farm using the bog earth. You can see the lighter color bog earth there, and so long as you have each block touching water and diagonal counts, it will eventually produce the peat. And you can tell where it's darker, that's where it's finished converting into the peat. And you see the dirt comes back when you harvest the peat. You get back a peat and a dirt. So the peat works in furnaces, and apparently it can also work in a peat-fired engine, which is going to be a much better solution than the Stirling engine because at least the peat is a renewable resource. But what I want to do right now is a little bit of an experiment. I was finding some mixed information on the internet about whether or not the peat grows faster in different lighting conditions. There was one video I watched that indicated that it grows better in darker environments. So I set up this little room for an experiment. This little 2-chamber room. One's going to have light. One's going to be totally dark. So I'm just going to set this up and get it started, and then we will see for once and for all how the light affects the growth rate. Hey, if we're wondering where the lava sound's coming from, it's right there. And yes, I found that out the hard way. And one last water source, and that should do it. We've already sealed up our dark room, and this is our light room. And when we come back, we'll see what happens. So before we get into the Thaumcraft, I wanna actually try something out. I want to try this EE3 recipe. That's equivalency exchange 3. I want to make a medium stone because I have all these shards of medium doing nothing, and I figured, hey, let's see if we can make one of these things, and let's see if we can figure out how to do some basic transmutation here. So first, you make this inert stone. Just gold, iron, stone, easy. And you wrap that with the shards, which drop off of, it seems like they pretty well drop off any mob. So they're pretty plentiful, easy to get. And you get this medium stone. So one of the things that the medium stone can do is you can use it kind of like the Philosopher's Stone in EE2. So, you know, dirt to cobblestone and cobblestone to grass. And I can't remember how, but I'm pretty sure you can make something into sand and sand into something. I can't remember what all the blocks were. I'll be honest, I never used it in EE2, and I probably won't be using it in this version. Now, what I do want to do with it is I want to see if I can do something useful. I want to make garbage into something useful. So let me just grab some gravel here, and let me see if I can remember this recipe. I think if we put 2 gravels, yeah, see, it turns it into sandstone. So let's just convert a bunch of that. Now we got sandstone, and if we put, I think it's 4 sandstone. So 4 sand, there you go, clay. So now we can make clay out of gravel. And that's pretty cool because I want to be able to make a red alloy furnace, and I needed clay. So that's cool. Well, I just can't wait any longer to get started on Thaumcraft, because really that's the thing I think I've been looking forward to most here. So let's start out with making your basic, the very first thing you need to craft would be a wand. And what I need for that is I need a gold bar, and I need a shard. Any shard will do. So let's just take a V's shard because I have more of those than anything else. There's my gold ingot. Actually, I think I need a nugget. Yeah, it's a nugget. And I believe I need a stick. So in a diagonal, it goes nugget, stick, shard, wand. Wand of the Apprentice. Done. Now, the next logical thing that we will need to make is called a Thaumonomicon, and for that we need to make a book. And I have some paper, I have some reeds growing over here, and we can do that. Actually, come to think of it, I know where to get a book, and I want to bring you guys along, and I wanted to show you this thing that I found. I found this town, and it had some cool shit in it, so I left it there so that I could show you guys. So in here somewhere, there was a beekeeper dude. Was it this guy? Yeah, see, he's selling frames, and I think that has something to do with the apiaries, and I'm not totally sure what they do, but yeah. And right behind this house are 2 apiaries. Now, if only I had known that these were here before I went to the trouble of crafting that carpenter and all that jazz. But anyway, live and learn, and now we've got 2 more apiaries if I can pick these up. There you go. So that's a good start for our bee farm. That's going to help. The other thing I found was a chest up here. And hey, some glowstone too. Yoink, I'll take that. And, oh. And there's some interesting things in here. Fire charge, and nugget, and acknowledge fragment, and another fire charge it looks like. Cool. Don't know what those do, but I'm sure they'll come in handy. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do was steal some potatoes. Actually, really, the potatoes are just because they're there, and why don't I grab some? But this dude has books. So, if I right-click it, bang, Thaumonomicon. So that is basically the recipe book for the Thaumcraft. And in here, it will teach you how to build all the basic recipes. Now, everything is grayed out at the moment because I haven't researched anything. And in order to do that, we're going to have to make a research table, and we're going to get to that right quick. We're going to do that next in the next episode.